Welcome to Shomach Shov and Adav, Shir sponsor Lui Nishma Sam Yakashom Le'avas Yitzchok. We're holding Metzia Daf Nun Hey. This daf was learned in the first Yom Tiv of Pesach, the first day of Pesach. And there is something that just seems to be a great connection to the Yom Tiv of Pesach in this daf. The Gemara tells us on the base. The Gemara brings Kasha Lili Rabloza. Rabloza had a problem. Why are we mach by Trumas Meiser Shel Dmai? When Trumas Meiser, which is only a suffix, it's only mit Divrei Chachomim. V'chiyasu Chachomim Chizuk leDivreim keshel Torah. Where Rabbanan machmir, and their words like their machmir b'shel Torah. And the Gemara goes to prove that yes, there is a chumrah the Rabbanan machmir like shel Torah. Taisis, both Meseches Yevomes and Meseches Ksuvos, and also mentions in Meseches Bechayros, points out that there's three things that we find throughout Shas. Sometimes we see that by Derabanan we're not machmir like we're machmir b'shel Torah. Sometimes we're machmir Derabanan b'divrei Chachomim like shel Torah. And sometimes asu Chachomim Chizuk leDivreim yoser mishel Torah. Sometimes the Divrei Chachomim have even a bigger strength than Divrei Torah. And Torah there explains when do we say what. Efshar that these three things connect to three levels that Am Yisrael has. The Medrash, both in Medrash Rabbah Shmois and Shir Shirim, on the pasuk that says Tzednu Reino B'Melech Shlomo B'Torah Sheitra Lo Imoy. So the Medrash tells us that Moshel Melech is a Moshel to a king. Shaylo Bas Yechida had a daughter, and he really, really loved her. So in the beginning he called her daughter, then he started calling her sister, and then he called her mother. Kach HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'tchila kar Yisrael Bas. The beginning Kadosh Baruch Hu calls Am Yisrael daughter. She'emar Shimi Bas Urehi. And then he called her sister, because it says Pischili Achoisi Rayosi. And then he called her mother, because it says Hakshivu Lai Imi Ulumi Elai Azinu. Meaning Kadosh Baruch Hu calls Am Yisrael sometimes a daughter, sometimes a sister, sometimes a mother. So the Mefarshim explained that this is really three stages that Am Yisrael has. When Am Yisrael starts, when Am Yisrael begins his journey, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the mashpia on Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael are receiving, and they're not really doing much. And this is expressed in Yetzias Mitzrayim. Am Yisrael are going out of Mitzrayim, as it brought down, it's based on Chazal, what the Arizal brings, and all the Svarim, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu took Am Yisrael Mitzrayim without any schusim. Am Yisrael coming out of Mitzrayim with what's called in Lashon Chazal is Saruso de Le'elo, awakening coming from above. It's everything in Gilu of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Then, slowly, Am Yisrael built themselves up through Sfira Sa'imer, and then they get to Shavuos. And in Shavuos, they're Mekabel the Torah. What's the Matan Torah called? Yoyim Chasunoso. It's the day of marriage. Here, Kivyoch HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Am Yisrael are in a similar and parallel level. And that's where the journey of Am Yisrael goes in the world, where they're equivalent. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives his hashpah, Am Yisrael needs to do their avodah, and together they bring the world to fruition. But La'asid Lavoy, when Am Yisrael finishes the journey, Am Yisrael considered to be the mashpia. And the simple way to understand it is, when we come La'asid Lavoy, only what Am Yisrael did will count. In this world, we still have midas harachim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us, even when a person doesn't exactly deserve, there's a shpah from above. But La'asid Lavoy, you only have what he deserved. What he deserved through what you did, or through what a person was punished and suffered, he gets what he did. Olam Haba is considered to be an Olam of Din only. There's no free lunch in Olam Haba. There's no Midas Harachim. It's only Midas Adin. Meaning only what Am Yisrael accomplishes is when we get there at La'asid Lavoy. And these are the three stages of Am Yisrael, as the Pachad Yitzchak, or Yitzchak Kudner mentions. That's really Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot. Pesach is the beginning of the journey. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing everything. We don't have anything. Hashem ilachim lachem atem tacharishu. Then we get to Shavuos, we have Matan Torah, Yom Chasunosoi, we have Kivyochel equivalent. And then when everything ends, we get to Sukkot. Sukkot Keneged La'asid Lavoy. Sukkot when we come and say, we finish, we accomplish what we need to accomplish. Now with what we accomplish, we come enjoy and sitting Tachas Kanfei HaShechina. These are the three stages, coming out of Mitzrayim, Metzias Mitzrayim, then the journey in this world, and then the La'asid Lavoy. Efshar, maybe you can say, and there's a mashmos like that is also in Tzodek HaKohen, that when we're speaking about when Chachomim are doing Chizuk leDivreim, there's three levels of how we treat Dinei Derabanan. Because Divrei Derabanan is Torah Sheba'al Peh. It represents what Am Yisrael is doing. What the Divrei is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave to the world. So sometimes we treat Derabanan less than Divrei. We have a Chizuk more of a Divrei Torah than Divrei Rabbanan. Sometimes it's equivalent, like in our Gemara that we say, that also Chizuk Divrei and Keshel Torah. And sometimes it's greater Mishal Torah. Sometimes that's the Ikar. Also, Chachomim Chizuk Divrei Yoisra Mishal Torah. This is where Tzaddik says that we have Chavivim. There's a special Chavivus to Divrei Torah Sheba'al Peh because of what Am Yisrael brings to the world. So these are the three inyanim, three concepts of how we treat Divrei Chachomim based on the three levels that Am Yisrael has throughout the world. Maybe we can suggest this mahalach to explain these three concepts. Anyone who wants to join the Shomach Shov email list to WhatsApp group, please email shomachshov@gmail.com.